So first, under mathematical function, we have sum function. Okay, sum, it is used to calculate total. Okay, um, to calculate total, here we use sum. Now here I have entered few values in the range A7 to D9. Okay, now I want to calculate the total of these numbers. That means I want to add up all these numbers in this cell. In which cell? In G8 cell. Okay, now how to give a function? Whenever you begin any functions, you have to start with which symbol? Whenever you use any formula, which symbol you will be using? You have to use equals. Okay, equals, sum, sum. Now what it is showing here, so this is how we need to select the range. Here it is showing select the numbers, number 1 comma number 2, like that. Now here I have to select the entire range because I want to calculate the total of all this. Okay, you can select the range like this, close the parenthesis, press enter. If you want to calculate the total, what we'll do, we'll use equals sum. If you want to select the range, we need to select the range, or we can directly type here, that is A7 to D9, and then you can press enter. If I make any changes in this range, even that will be updated where? Here. Why? Because we have used the formula. In this particular range, anywhere if I change the values in the formula also, it will be updated and it will show that result. Here I want to calculate total for random cells. Means now I want to do sum, not for the entire range. I want to perform addition only for few numbers. So what you have to do, use a function sum. Now I want to calculate the total of A7 cell, comma, C8, comma, D9, comma, B9. Why I'm giving here comma? Because I'm not selecting the entire range, I'm selecting a random cells. Okay, now when I close the parenthesis and press enter, it shows the result, that is 96. This result I got when I sum up A7, B9, C8 and D9. Okay, so this is simple sum function what we have used. Let's check with an example of Jan details, where I want to know the total sales in that particular month. Okay, in week 1 it was 75,000, week 2 38,000, week 3 68,000, week 4 50,000. Okay, now I want to sum up all this. Now when we have a range like this or vertically only numbers, you can directly use alt equals. Alt equals is a shortcut key of sum. Okay, if you press enter, it shows the result. If you don't remember the shortcut key, what you have to do, you need to give here equals sum to perform addition, and you need to select the range, close the parenthesis, press enter. Okay, this is about simple sum. If you have any condition, okay, and based on that condition, if you want to perform addition, what we have to do, that you'll be learning on sum if. Okay, if you don't have any condition, we use sum function. If you want to perform addition based on a single condition, we use sum if. Okay, here I'll show you in two ways. Here I'll be using sum if. Why? Because here my condition is I want to check the sales of only specific month. Whichever month I specify here, only that sales it should display here. Okay, I have got a condition. So what you have to do in the month, I'll give here April. Here I'm going to use a formula so that it displays only sales of a specific month. So whichever month I specify in F27, the same month sales it should display here. Okay, now here I'm using equals sum f, open the parenthesis. Now it is asking for the range. Which range you are going to select? First you have to check the criteria. Criteria is, it is April. April is in which column? Months are sales. It's in months column. So range will be what? Range will be this particular range. It is B24 to B35. Okay. After giving comma, you can see criteria. So what I said, whichever month, if I specify here, the same month sales it should display. So criteria will be this. Then I'll give comma. Now I'll select again here sum range, close the parenthesis, enter. One sec. Sum of, select the range, comma, criteria, select the cell, comma, sum ranges, this. So now it is displaying 2,25,000. Why it is showing 2,25,000? Because here I have specified I want to know your only April month sales. So it is displaying here. If I change the month details, now let's say I'll give here July. So what is the sales done in July? It is 4,25,000. Whichever month details I specify, based on that, it will display the result. If I don't want to specify a month in different cell, if you want to give the condition within the function itself, what you have to do is equals sum if, select the range, comma, next is criteria. Now I want to know the sales in October month. Whenever you are giving the criteria or condition within a function, you have to give within double inverted quotes. Okay, now here you have to specify which month details you have to give. I'm giving here October, comma, sum range, select here sales, close the parenthesis, enter. So it will display here 7,50,000. Okay, here let's say again I'll change this, instead of April, no, I'll give here October. Now what will happen here? If I press enter, it sums up wherever there is October range is there, no, in that row wherever you have given sales, it will include that particular cell values and then it will display the result. Before I had given only once October. Okay, so for that what it was showing, it was showing us 7,50,000, but now I have changed instead of April to October. So now what it is doing, it is matching with that October. If the cell contains October as a value, it will chuck in the sales column. Even there also, if you have any number, it will sum up. Okay, in this, if you have any doubts, please let me know in a chat. In some are, some if you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay, next what we have here is for sum if only. Here I have showed you in two ways you can use SUMIF. One is giving a condition within a function itself or in different cell. Okay. Here I'm going to give the condition within a function only. Here I have totally three columns, that is name field, place and sales. Now here I have given the criteria, and here I want to calculate the total. Okay, I want to perform sum in this range. Now I'll click here. I want to calculate total sales which is then greater than 2,50,000. Here there are 5 records. Here if the sales is then greater than 2,50,000, then only it should perform here sum. So there's only one condition here. So I'm using here sum if you need to select the range. So what is the condition given here? 2,50,000, right? Where is 2,50,000? Where is the sales? It is in this column. So you need to select sales column, comma, criteria you have to give within double inverted quotes greater than 2,50,000, close double quotes, comma, where I can perform sum. Is it possible to perform sum in name or place? No, right? I have to perform sum only if sales is greater than 2,50,000. So you have to select which column? Sales column only. Now close the parenthesis, press enter. So it is showing 3,40,000. Why it is not including 2,50,000? Can anyone tell me? See, I have specified here, right? If anything, any sales done if greater than 2,50,000, it is showing what? The result it is showing as 3,40,000. Okay. It is only showing this record. Why it is not including 2,50,000? If I want to include here even 2,50,000 also, what I have to do? Anyone? So here what you have to, if you want to include even 2,50,000 also, you have to give here greater than equal to. If you just give greater than, it will only take any values that is greater than 2,50,000. If you want to include even 2,50,000, if the data is present, you have to give greater than equal to. Then it sums up which are the cells. 2,50,000 plus 2,50,000 plus 3,40,000. So it gives rise to what? Which value? 8,40,000. Okay. If you want to calculate total, if the sales is less than 2 lakhs, what you have to do? In the same manner, you have to give the function equals sum if, again it is based on sales only. Select here range, comma, criteria. Don't forget, whenever you are giving the criteria, you have to give within double inverted quotes only. Now you give here less than 2 lakh, close double inverted quotes, comma, some range. Again select the sales column, close a parenthesis, enter. So how many cells which contains the data less than 2 lakh? This one and this one, that is in C39 we have 1 lakh and in C43 we have 1 lakh 10,000. So 1 lakh plus 1 lakh 10,000 is 2 lakh 10,000. Okay. Now I want to know the sales only, total sales done in Mysore only. So Mysore means what will be the range which I have to give here? When I give a function sum if, here it is asking for the range, right? If I want to know the total sales done in Mysore, which range I have to select? Should I select sales column or place? Anyone? Can anyone tell me which range I have to select if I want to know the total sales in Mysore? Very good. So you have to select here place, not sales. You have to select place because I have my conditioners based on place here. So you have to select your place column, comma, criteria will be what? Criteria will be Mysore. When you're typing, don't see that you have to give it in capital letter only or small letter only. You can give it in any case because Excel is not case sensitive. Okay, comma, sum range, you have to select here sales column. Range you have to select as place column, and then you have to give the criteria, and then sum range will be what? Total sales. So now if I press enter, it shows the result as what? 50,000. Because in Mysore, a person named Suma from Mysore has a sales of 2,50,000, and again another person by name Avik from Mysore, he is in the sales of 2,50,000. So if you perform addition of these two cell values, it gives rise to 5 lakh. Now if I make some changes, let's say I'll make it here 2 lakh. See, here it is updated. Okay, again press Ctrl Z, so it come back to it value which I had given before. Next, I want to know the sales done by a person named Avik only. Here we did based on sales. Here also, but here we did based on place. Now I want to know the sales done by a specific person. So now what is the range I have to select here? Should I select sales, place or name? Which column I have to select for range? So for range, you have to select name, comma, criteria what I have to give. Criteria is specified that I have to know for a specific person by name Avik. So type that person name, close double quotes, comma. Now select the sales. What is the total sales done by Avik? It is 2,50,000. Okay. Hope you have understood this concept. If you have any doubts in this, please let me know. In sum if. Remember, sum is used if you don't have any condition, if you want to just perform addition. Sum if is used when you have a single condition. Okay. Particular name selection. Are you talking about this sales by Avik? Okay. Look here. Here I have specified that I want to know the sales done by Avik. Okay. So Avik is a name of the person, and Avik name is in name column, right? So what we'll do here, we'll use sum if. You have to check the condition. Based on that, you have to select the range. So condition is Avik. So Avik comes in which range? In name column. So you have to select first name column, comma. What criteria you have to give? You have to give the criteria as a person name, because I want to know the sales of that particular person. Type here Avik, comma. You have to select the sum range. I may not be knowing exactly where is data is in. Currently, I have only 5 records. If you have many records, you cannot go on searching where is Avik. Okay. So You can use this function to directly know what is the total sales done by him. Now, sum range, always you have to go for numerical value. And here I am selecting sales because I want to know the sales done by this person. Okay. If I close the bracket and press enter, it shows the result as 2,50,000. See, instead of Avik, if I give some other person name, now let's say I want to know the sales done by Tara. Okay. If I type here Tara and press enter, it shows the sales done by Tara. Did you understand this concept? Okay. So next, here we have sum ifs. Sum if is based on a single condition. Sum ifs is based on more than one condition. Okay. Now here there are totally three columns, that is product, supplier and quantity. Now I want to know the total quantity of printer supplied by a person named Paul. Okay. See, I'm not searching for only printer or only Paul. There are two conditions here, that is printer and Paul. It should match with printer and Paul. Remember, there are two conditions. Currently, I am using two conditions. If you have three or four more than that, you have to use some ifs only. Okay. Give here equals some ifs. You need to select here sum range. So where you're going to calculate sum in the quantity column, because I want to know the total quantity. So select here quantity column. Next is criteria range 1. So select the criteria range 1 as product. In this product column, it should match with a product named printer. Okay. Type here printer, comma. Next is criteria range 2. Criteria range 2 is a name of the person. So a supplier column, comma. Here you have to give that supplier name. Close the parenthesis, press enter. So here it is showing 150. See, our question is calculate the total quantity of printer supplied by Paul. So it is how much? 150. See here, it will check in both the columns and then it will display the result. A same person he has also supplied joystick. It is not showing joystick because we have specified a product name as printer here. First, what we have done, we have selected the sum range. It is a quantity column, comma. In the criteria range 1, we have selected the product column. There we have given a condition that it should search for printer, and then have given second column, that is supplier column, where it should match with Paul. If both the conditions are matching, then what it does, it will display the quantity. Okay. Next, in the same manner, what I want is I want to know the total quantity of mouse supplied by Steve. So what I have to do here, I have to just give sum ifs. Sum range will be what? Sum range will be quantity column, comma, criteria range 1. Criteria range 1 is nothing but where you have the data for which you're searching for the result. So criteria range 1 is this. Here it should match with which product? Mouse. Type here mouse, comma. Next criteria range 2 is supplier column, comma. Now within double quotes, here you have to specify a supplier name as Steve. Close the parenthesis, press enter. So it shows what? It shows your 500. Now, I have got a question for you all. Um, I want to know what is the total quantity of any product, can be any product supplied by Paul. I'll repeat the question. I want to know the total quantity of any products. It can be printed, can be scanned, anything supplied by Paul. I'm not specifying any specific product. This should be a product. Okay. What I have to use, which function I have to use to check what is the total quantity of product supplied by Paul only? Should I use SUMIF, or SUMIFs? So we have to use SUMIF. So what we have to give here? Equals SUMIF. Now, which range I have to select? Should I select product, supplier, or quantity? Which range I have to select? We have to select, very good, we have to select supplier, because we are searching for specific person data only, comma, criteria will be what? Criteria will be Paul. In this range, it's a search for Paul, comma. Now, some ranges quantity. Can anybody guess what will be the result here? Anyone? So the result will be 750. Why? Because Paul has supplied joystick and printer. Joystick was 600 and printer is 150. 600 plus 150 is how much? 750. Very good. Uh, I hope you understood this SUMIFs concept. And next, we have a function product. Remember here, when you're using sum, right? If you're not using a function sum, we'll be using which symbol to perform addition? We'll be using here plus. Here, to perform product, product is nothing but multiplication. Okay, which symbol do you use for multiplication if you're not using a product function? Anyone? So here, if you are performing multiplication without using a function, what we use is, we'll give equals, we'll select a number, and we'll be using your asterisk symbol. Okay, you can select it. I want to only know the product of these two. I have not used a function. I have used what? Asterisk symbol. If I press enter, it shows the result. Now, if I don't want to use this symbol and if I want to perform multiplication, means here I'll be using which function? Product. Okay, you have to give product, and here it is displaying what? Here it is displaying, select the numbers. So I'll be selecting these numbers because I want to know the product of these values. So here it will display how much? 120. Okay, this is simple one what we have done. If you want to perform multiplication, then which function we use? Product. Okay. Let's see a second example. Here I have given 4 columns data where I have given fruits, then quantity, then price per kg, and then total price. Let's say under fruits column, let's take an example of apple. So apple per kg, it is 80 rupees. If you're buying 5 kg apple, what will be the cost? I want to check that. So to know this, if you want, you can also use product function. You can select the quantity, and then you can also give this asterisk symbol, then select the price. See, uh, let me give an example, simple example. If you're buying a pen for 5 rupees. If you're buying one pen for 5 rupees, okay, one pen is equal to 5 rupees means, again, if you're buying 10 pens, what will be the cost? 10 into 5, it will be 50, right? In a similar way, here I want to perform product. If you want, you can also give equals product. You can select both the cells. You can press enter. Even that time, you'll get the same result. See, product, select these two cells, enter. Okay. Now, here it is showing how much? Here it is showing 400. In the next cell, I don't want to use the formula. Means I don't want to type again equals, select the cell into this cell. I want to fill the formula in the other cells also. There are three ways to fill the same formula, because if I fill here, you can see it takes a reference of these two cells. This is F61 and to G61. Now, if I want to fill for other cells, one method is you have to do left double click here. It will fill the values. R, select, click and drag down. R, you can use a shortcut key of fill down also. Select the cell where you have used the formula, select the range and press Ctrl D. So if you press Ctrl D, it will fill down the formula in other cells. Okay. Next, here we have again 3 columns similar to that, but here I'm going to use absolute reference. Here we have used what? Here we have used relative reference. Okay, it will not be like it will not be only selecting that particular cell only. It will be referring to respective column data. But I'll tell you what is by absolute when I'm using this. Okay, so before going to absolute, let's calculate the product of this range. So here we have item A to item E. I want to know the actual price of these products. I'll give here equals. Use product function if you want, or else directly you can select the cell, give asterisk symbol, select the quantity, enter. So it is showing 200. Just fill down the values. Okay, here in this column I want to know the discount. Means like what is the total discount for this. So in all the items there is a discount of 10%. Okay, I want to know if you are giving 10% of discount, so what will be the actual discount they are getting. Okay, so give here equals, select actual price into, I don't want to type here as 10%. I will directly select the cell where I have given the value 10% and I'll press enter. So if it is 10%, it will show total discount for that item is 20 rupees. Okay. If I try to fill this for the other cells, it will not fill properly. Why, I'll tell you. If I just do left double click here, it is taking this range, it is F67, so it is showing undefined value. If I click here, see again it is showing, it is accepting wrong input. What I want to give here D69 into F66. Like when I fill down the values also, it should take the same cell. It should be referring to same cell. What we need to do is, before F, add a dollar symbol. Before a column name and before a row number, we need to use dollar. Okay, dollar is used to make cell absolute. Now see what will happen here. If I press enter and then fill down the values, it is taking with cell value here F66. Again here if I press enter, it is accepting only this, because here I have made this cell absolute. Whenever you use dollar symbol, it will be referring only to that cell. It will not refer to any other cell. See, I have given dollar dollar. Here it is referring to only this. But have I given here dollar? Have not given before a column number and before a row number. So this is nothing but relative reference. This is fixed because I want to only refer this particular cell value for all other cells. So I have made this cell absolute. Okay. Now I want to check what is the price after discount. So how to check? Now you can see we have actual price and then total discount. How do I know what is the price after discount? Anyone? Actual price was 200. So now there is a discount of 20 rupees. Now what will be the price after discount only for item A? Anyone? What we have to do? Should we perform addition, subtraction, or multiplication? If you want to know the multiplication, see, actual price was 200. Total discount they got is 20. So what I have to do? I have to subtract actual price with discount. So it shows price after discount is 180 rupees. Understand the question? 200 rupees was the actual price. After 10% discount, it was 20 rupees. Means total discount they have got for 200 is 20 rupees. So now I want to know, if they get the discount of 20 rupees, what will be the amount they have to pay? So it is 180. 200 minus 20. Okay. Now fill this for the other cells. Okay. Any doubts in this? To calculate discount or price after discount? Okay. Now here we have a next function, that is sum product. So here under sum product, it performs addition as well as multiplication. Now let me copy this data first. I'll copy paste the same data over here. If I want to know the total of this, like this is price and this is quantity, right? Now I want to know the total price. What we will do? We'll perform multiplication, right? Equals this cell into this cell, and then you'll press enter. So it will show 20. You will fill down. Now, if I want to perform total of this, now what I performed here, I used your multiplication to get the total price. Now, I want to know the total of item A, item B, and item C. For that, what we'll do? We have to perform addition, right? So I'll use your alt equals and press enter. So now what it is showing? It is showing the value as 150. Here I have used multiplication as well as sum. Now I don't want to do that. I want to use a single function where it perform both, that is addition as well as multiplication. So we have a next function, that is sum product. Okay. It's an exact, this sum product is an array formula. So what is meant by array formula? It's a formula which can perform multiple calculation on one or more items in a given range. Okay. So now here I'm using sum product function. Now if I perform sum product function also, it will display the result as 150 only. See, it is asking for what? Array 1. You have to select the range. Okay, comma. Next is what? You need to select the quantity column range. Now close the parenthesis, press enter. How much it is displaying? 150. See, here and here I use sum and then product, right? But here I just use a simple formula, that is sum product, where it performed addition as well as multiplication. Do you have any doubts in sum product? Let me know in a chat. Okay. So next we have other functions, that is mod, quotient, power, fact, and pi. Now let's see one by one. When you perform a division, okay, I think you ever heard about divisor, dividend, remainder, right? Now we use this mod function to display the remainder value. Okay, now remainder is nothing but when you divide 10 by 2. So it is 2 5s are 10, right? So 10 and 10 gets cancelled. So what will be the result? The result will be 0. If you want to know the remainder value, function which we use is mod. Give here equals mod, open the parenthesis, it is asking for a number. So the number what I'm giving is 10. I have already entered in the cell, that is NB95. The value is 10, comma. I'm going to give the divisor as 2. Then I'll close the parenthesis here. If I press enter, it shows as 0. Understand the question? If you divide 10 by 2, remainder will be 0. Okay. Now, I have a question for you. If you give here, let's say 9, okay, and if I press enter, what will be the result? If you divide 9 by 2, what is the remainder value you get? Remainder 9 divided by 2. So 9, see, we don't have 9 in 0. Do we have 9? No, I should not give a float value. See, it's like 2 4s are 8, right? So when you perform 9 divided by 2, 2 4s are 8. So 9 minus 8 is how much? 1. So it will display how much? 1, not 0. Good. Next is quotient. Now tell me what will be the quotient value of 10 and 2. So reminder, you came to know it is 0. What about the quotient? Very good. So if you want to check the quotient, we use a function here, quotient. Quotient, then here what is the argument is showing? Numerator. First you need to select numerator value, comma, then you have to select here denominator value. So now what is the result you get? 5. As I told you before, to perform addition we use plus symbol, for multiplication asterisk symbol, and for quotient we can use here slash symbol. Slash is nothing but like if you want to know this remainder, not a reminder, sorry, quotient value, you can also give like this 10 divided by. You have to use this forward slash and press enter. If you divide this, what you get is quotient value. One minute. Let's give another example. Now, what will be the quotient of this? 15 and 2. To know the quotient, give here quotient. You have to select the numerator, that is C95, comma, select the denominator. What will be the result for this? For 10 comma 2, you told me. Now, what about this 15 by 2? What will be the result here? Result will be 7. 2 sevens are 14. After decimal point, it will not take any value, so it will be only 7. Next, here we have power function. So power is nothing but anything raised to any number. Let's say 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 means what you will do? 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3 means 2 3 times you will multiply, right? So here, to know the power value, we use a function called as power. Okay, now here I am giving the number as 6 comma, I'll give the power value as 2, then I'll close the parenthesis. Now what will be the result? 6 comma 2. 6 is what? 6 is a number to the power 2 means 6 2 times it will be multiplied. Okay, now I have a question for you. Now what will be the result? When I press enter, then only it will show the result. 2 to the power 0 is how much? 2 to the power 0. No, anything to the power 0 is, let me give here 8 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1. See here, this is a number. I have given 8. Here I have given power 0. It's not only for 8, any number you give to the power 0 is 1. Okay. Okay, what about 5 to the power 1? I said anything the power 0 is 1. What about 5 to the power 1? So 5 to the power of 1 is 5. 5 to the power of 1, no, so you'll be having only 5. If it is anything to the power 0, then only it is 1. See, don't get confused. Let me remove the values here. Then again, I'll show you. Equals power. Okay. I'll give a number here 4. Then I'll give you power 3. Now tell me what will be the result for this? 4 to the power 3 means 4 will be multiplied thrice. So what will be the result? Result will be 4 into 4 into 4. So 4 4s are 16. 16 4s are 64. Good. Next, what we have here is fact. Fact is nothing but factorial of a number. 1 factorial is equal to 1. 2 factorial is equal to 2. Don't get confused. 1 factorial, here we have only 1, so it is equal to 1. 2 factorial is nothing but 1 into 2. It is equal to 2 only, right? Next, if it is 3 factorial, 1 into 2 into 3. 1 2s are 2, 2 3s are 6. Now, can anyone tell me what is the factorial of 5? Hmm? Factorial of 5. So I said 3 factorial means 1 into 2 into 3. What about fact of 5? Fact of 5 is nothing but 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So it will be 120. Okay. Now, if I want to know the pi value, how do you calculate pi? I think you've heard about pi in area of a circle, circumference of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r square, right? That pi value, if you want to display, there is a function called pi. Give here equals pi, open the parenthesis, close the parenthesis, press enter. So what it will do here, it will display the pi value. Any doubts in this? If you have any doubts in sum if, sum ifs, product, to calculate discount, then mod, quotient, par, fact, you can let me know. Type it in the chat box. Okay. Next is round function. So what is the use of round? It rounds a number to a specified number of digits. Here I have given a value in A105, that is 3.325. I want to round off the value up to 2 numbers. After decimal, I want only here 2 digits. Okay. Here I'm going to use a function called round. You need to select the number here, then give comma. So what I said, I want to round this after decimal point up to 2 numbers only. So specify here 2. And I'll close the parenthesis. Can anyone tell me what will be the result here when I round off the value, that is 3.325? Will it display 3.32 or something else? If you round off the value, that is 3.325, something else. So something else means, any idea, any guess what will be the value? Will it be 3.35 or 3.32? 3.35, 3.32, but I'm rounding off it, right? So what is it? Something else. Of course, something else is nothing but 3.33. You can see here, after the second digit, what we have here number 5. Okay, any number which is equal to 5 or greater than 5, it will add 1 to the previous value. So it is 3.33 if you round off. Now let me use again round. I'll select the number, comma. I want to round this number, that is 3.7952. After that, I want only 1 digit after decimal point. Now what will be the result? Will display 3.7, 3.5 or 3.8? Very good. So it will display 3.8. So now let's say I'll give here 2. Then 1 when I gave it was 3.8. What about 2? So if you give 2 here, again it will display 3.8. Why? Because here we have 9. Okay. So again it adds to 8. See here we have used round function. It rounded off the values. In trunk, it will not round off the values. It will only display the values which how much you specify. See, trunk is a function. Select a number, comma. So after decimal point, I want here two numbers. I close the parenthesis. So now it will not round off the value as 3.33. It will only display what? 3.32. Even in the next cell also, what I'll use is I'm using a function here, trunk. I'll select here this value. I want to view only only one digit after decimal point. If I give here, it will display what? Will it display 3.8 or 3.7? Only round function will round off the values. Trunk will not round off the value. So here I want to display only one digit after decimal point. So what will be the answer here? Only one. After decimal point, it has to display only single digit. So if I give single digit, it will not round off. So it will only display what? 3.7. Only round will round off the values, not trunk. Okay. Any doubts in this? Any doubts? Let me know in a chat. See, without a function, if you want to round any values, no, we have either way. Okay. uh Here we have using round function, no. If you don't want to use round, if you just want to round off the values, here we have increase decimal and decrease decimal, right? If you are using decrease decimal, even this will round off the values. Okay. If you want to increase decimal, you can use this. If you want to decrease, you can use this without a function. Okay. Take a break for 10 minutes, then we'll continue the session. Okay. I hope everybody are back. Now can you hear me? I had given a break for 10 minutes. Now can you hear me? Okay. Now the next function what we have is ceiling. See this round trunk ceiling floor, they are mainly used for rounding of the values. Okay. Here ceiling means what it does, it rounds a number up to the nearest integer r to the nearest multiple of significance. That means what? Your ceiling means up value, means above value. Floor means down value, that means a lowest value. Now I have given the value here 110. Okay. Now here I'll give ceiling function. I've already entered the value in a 114. I'll select it. Significance, I'm going to give 10. Let's say 100. See, 100 is a multiples, like 101s are 100, 102s are 200, like that you have to think now. Ceiling means what? Up value means highest value. Now can you tell me in multiples of 100 do we have 110? In multiples of 100 do we have 110? 110. Okay. Now if I press enter, let's check what it will show. It is showing 200. Why it is showing 200? Let's check. So 101s are 100, 102s are 200. Let me drag till here. Okay. Now I've specified which multiple, 100. We don't have 110 in multiples of 100, which is a value which is greater than 110 and which is present in 100. It is 200. So it is displaying the value as 200. Now let me give an easy example. Let me clear this. Here I'll give 54. Here I'm using a function ceiling. I'll select this value and then significance I'll give here as 6. Now tell me in multiples of 6 do we have 54? 54. So now what it will display? If you have 54, what it will display? Will it display? I said ceiling means the 6. Are you sure 6? 9? No. I think you did not understand this concept. I have given 54. Okay. Now let me clear this. 6 ones are 6 2. Okay, let it be so much. Now I'll give you 41. Okay, I think you can see the multiples of 6. I have given here 6 8s are 6 8s are 48. Till here it is displaying. Now look here, I'm using ceiling function. I'm selecting this number. I'll give a significance of 6 only. You have to specify the significance, like in which multiples you are searching for. Now I'll give here 6. Now can you tell me in this multiples of 6 do we have 41? Is it 41 here? No. Now tell me which is a value which is greater than 41 and present in multiples of 6? 42. So now what it is going to display? 42. Okay. Now we'll check for floor. Floor means the low value. Now I'll select same number 41, comma. Significance I'll give here 6 only. Now I'll close a parenthesis. Now tell me, ceiling means the top value. right? So floor means the bottom value. Do we have 41 in multiples of 6? No, right? Now, floor value means you have to think of bottom value, which is a value which is less than 41 and present in multiples of 6. Very good. So it will display here 36. Now, I'll make some change here. I'll type 48. See, once I press enter, then only it will reflect the result here. Now tell me, in ceiling, what will be the value, and in floor, what will be the value? Ceiling means the top value, floor means the bottom value. Now I have given 48, and 48 is present multiples of 6. Now, what it is going to display? Will it display 0 or 48 only? See, if you don't have a value, then only it checks for bottom and top value. If you're already having a value, see, now we have 48 in multiple of 6, right? If I press enter, it will show 48 in both the cells. Did you understand this concept? Please let me know in a chat. Okay. Now we'll try for another one. I'll give simple values so that you can understand. I'll give here 66. Okay. Equals ceiling. I'll select this number, comma. I'll give here 7. Now think and tell me what will be the answer here. I have given ceiling function and the number I have given is 66, and it you have to check in multiples of 7. Do we have 66 in multiple of 7? We don't have. We have. You have to check and tell me what will be the result. If no, then what will be the result here? Check in 7 multiples, which is a number which is greater than 66 and which is present in 7 multiple. So it will be 70. Okay. Now let's check with floor. Equals floor. Select a number. Now I'll give here. Okay, very good. The floor value will be what? Floor value will be 63. If I give 63 here, what will happen? What will be the value of ceiling and floor? Both for ceiling and floor, the value will be 63 only. Okay. So here also we have used for rounding of the values only. Now we have one more called as int. So it will display, it will round a number down to the nearest integer. Integer means what? A single value without decimal value. Okay. Now here you can see there's a number 56.25877, right? I don't want like this with decimal point. I just want a single digit. Now let's check what will be the result. Give equals int, open the parenthesis, select a number. Now it will round up to nearest integer, means it will not round off the value like 56.3 something like that. You're not going to get. So here it will display integer value, which is the nearest integer value to 56.25, a single digit. Any guess? So here it will be 56. Now here, now when you're giving here, you have to just enter a number. So what I'll do is I'll just fill down the value to the next cell. Any guesses what will be the answer in the next cell? Minus 5.24. So now It will round off to what? It will round off to -6. Uh, I hope you remember that number line. Any number which is greater than 0, it will be positive values, right? Anything which is less than 0, they are negative values. So -5 is greater than -6. So it is showing -6. If it was here 5.24, then it would be 5. But here we have -5.24. So it is showing -6. So again, here it is number down. It is not number up. It is number down. So here it is 5. And nearest integer to this 56.144 is 56. Now, whatever we did, this round, trunk, ceiling, floor, and end, it is mainly used for rounding of the values. Any doubts in this int? Int, it is used to round it for the number which is down to the nearest integer. It will not display decimal values at all. Any doubts in this? Don't get confused. Here you have to just see is which is the nearest value. And it should not be negative value. It should be a integer value. Any doubts in this? Any doubts in any functions which you have done under mathematical? If you don't have any doubts in this, then I'll go to the next function. Please let me know in a chat. Okay. So next we'll do text function. So when I say text, it's not only alphabetic data, even it can include numbers as well as special characters also. Okay. Under this, first function is len. Len is nothing but to know the length of the string. Length is nothing but how many characters are there within the cell. So now in A4, you can see I have typed some content there. Now, any guesses that how many characters that A4 cell contains? Can anyone guess how many characters are there in A4 cell? If you know the answer, you can type it in the chat. See, in a cell A4, we have typed Bengaluru, right? And then I have given their full stop also, right? So totally how many characters are there in Bangalore? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here I have given here full stop. So what it will display? Will it include even dot what I have given? See, I told that it will count how many characters are there in the cell. So totally in A4 cell, there are 10 characters, including that full stop. Any special characters? See, if I give backspace here, it will show here as 9. If I give here space, even that is included as a character. I have given here double space. Now when I press enter here, it will display how many characters. Any guess? Before it was 9. Okay, then I gave 2 spaces. Very good. I gave 2 spaces, not 1. 11. So now any guesses that how many characters are in the next cell in A5? In A5 cell also, I have given some content. So any guess? So I have given as spreadsheet software. So now let's check what is the length of the string. So if I press enter, very good. So there are totally 20, including what? Including a space between spreadsheet and software. See, when I give here len, right? So it is asking for the text. So here text means what? Text means I'm not giving a text within this function. I'm referring the cell which contains a text. If you want to check within the function, like by giving directly text, you should not just give like this. See, I'm typing here word. If I close a parenthesis and press enter, it will not show the result. It will show there as undefined name. If I want to know the result within a function without referring to cell which contains data, what I should do? Any guess? If you're giving a text within a function, what we have to do is you have to give within double inverted quotes because there's a text. Okay. If you don't give double quotes, it will show undefined name. Okay. If you're referring to a cell, just select the cell address. If you're typing within a function, you have to give like this. Next, here we have trim function. What is the use of trim? What it says, it removes all spaces from a text string except for single spaces between the words. So now let's check here. Um, I'll give MS Excel. So I have not given any extra space now. Okay. Uh, Now let's check what is the length. So length will be how much? 8. Now at the beginning, no, maybe by mistake I would have given a space. And if I press enter now, here also it will change because I have added a space, so it will change as 11. By mistake, if you have entered extra space at the beginning or between the words, more than a single space if you have given, what it does, it will clear that. For that we use here trim function. See, in this cell I am going to use a function trim. I'm selecting the text which is present in A9 cell, and if I press enter, in this, what it is displaying, in this it is displaying MS Excel without the extra space. Why do we use trim? Trim is a function to remove extra spaces given within the cell. Okay. Now let's check with one more example. I'll give here hello. See, 1, 2, 3. I have given 3 space. How are you? Now, here I have given so many extra space. Here at the beginning I had given, here I have given extra spaces between the words. Now I don't want those extra space. So what I'll use here, trim, select the text, close the parenthesis, press enter. Now can you see, except single space, extra space has been cleared. That means it is removed. Now I have a question for you. Now if I copy paste this data here, will it show as hello, how are you only? Or will it show the formula which I have used? Any guess? Now here I have removed extra space, right? Now I want to copy paste that data here as hello, how are you? Now when I copy and paste this data, will it display the result? See, if I copy and then paste it here, it's not showing anything. It is showing some formula which I have used. You can ask me, ma'am, here it is not showing any formula. How can you say it is showing the formula? Can you see in the formula bar? Here we have used the formula. When I copy paste the same formula, here also it shows me the formula only. But if I don't want to copy this as a formula, if I want to copy as text, what we need to do is you need to copy this first. Don't use control V for paste. Under paste option, here we have paste values, right? You can just click on this. See, in a formula bar also it is showing as what? The text which you have given. It is not showing the formula. Remember, if you use anywhere formula, and if you try to copy paste, it will be pasted as formula. You don't want as a formula. What you have to do, you have to copy the text, you have to use paste. Don't use control V. Go to paste options here, select only paste as values. Okay, so now here we have here there is a code. In this code there are three parts. This P2E is a code of some subject. A2591, it is some number, let's say some register number. BG3 is a different code. Now what I want is, I want to separate P2E here, and here I want A2591, and here I want BJ3. I want to extract specific characters. From left side what I want, P2E. From right side what I want here, BJ3. And from here I want a middle text, that is A2591. So what we have to do here to extract the characters from left, we have to use a function here, left. Open the parenthesis. Now it is asking for the text. Where is the text? Text is in A13. So give comma. Next, what I said, I want here P2E. So what you have to do here, you have to specify here 3, close the parenthesis, and then press enter. So it is showing how many characters here? It is showing 3. Instead of 3, if I give 2, what will be the output here? Instead of 3, if I give 2, what will be the output it shows here? The output will be P2 only, because it's, when I say left, it starts from here, P2. 2 characters means P2, 3 characters means P2E. Now instead of 2, I'll give here 3, and then I'll press enter. So now it will show what? P2E. Next, here I want a middle text, that is A2591. So there's a function called as mid to extract characters from middle of the text. So select the text, comma. Now I want to extract here A2591. It is neither towards left nor right. Where it is in the middle. So what you have to do, you have to specify the starting position of a number. I want to extract from A to 1, right? So A is in which position? Anyone? A is in which position? So first count the characters, how much you have. You have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. So here A is in 4th position. Now I said I want A2591. So totally how many numbers I have to give here? How many characters I want? I want 5 characters. So I have to specify here number of characters as 5. And if I press enter, it will show A2591. Okay. If I just give here, instead of 4, I'll give here 6, and in number of characters I'll give 2. Now what will be the result? I have given mid function, I have selected a text, and then I have given starting position should be from 6th, and number of characters should be 2. So now what will be the result? Any guess? From 6th position, 2 characters. So the answer will be what? Answer will be 59. So Here currently I want is 82591. So what I'll do, I'll just give 4 and then I'll give 5. So first what you have to do, you have to select a text and then you have to specify from which position and then how many characters you want. Then it will show the result. If you want to extract the characters from right, there is a function called as right. Now I want to extract here bj3. So first what I need to do is I need to select a text, give comma, number of characters. See, if I just give here 1, it will only show 3. When I specify left, it starts from left. When I specify right, from right side, it searches for the characters. So now I want bj3. So I have to give here 3. Then when I close a parenthesis, it shows your bj3. If you want to extract only specific characters from left, right, from mid, you can use this function. Okay. Next, here I have entered a place's name, but I have not given it in proper case. Means I have not given only in uppercase or only in a lowercase. It's a combination of both uppercase and lowercase, right? Now I want those names to be entered in this column as uppercase characters. So what I'll do here, to convert these words to uppercase, we use a function called upper. Okay, then you need to select a text, close a parenthesis, then press enter. To fill the values to the other cells, you can just use fill down. Okay, now if I want to convert all the characters to lowercase, what you have to do, you have to use a function called as lower, which converts all the characters to small letters. Select the text, close the parenthesis, press enter. So it converts all the characters to small letters. Next, we have a function that is proper. So proper, what it does, it converts all the characters, means all the characters means in a word only the first character will be a capital letter and other characters will be small letter in a word. If it is a sentence, the starting word of the starting letter of the word will be a capital letter and other characters will be small letters. So now what happens here is, if I use a proper function, if I select it, only first character will be capital letter and other characters will be small letters. So I'll just click and drag down. Now here I'll use one sentence where I'll give MS Excel. I'll type everything in small letters. MS Excel is a spreadsheet software. Okay. Now I want this it in proper case. Now what happens here when I use a proper function? The starting letter of the words will become a capital letter and all other characters will be in small letters. So use here proper, select the text, close a parenthesis. Can you see here? The starting characters of the words are in capital letters. Okay, that is about proper. Any doubts in len, trim, left, mid, right, upper, lower, and proper function? If you have any doubts still here, you can let me know in a chat. Any doubts? Type it in the chat. Okay. So next here we have replace and substitute. Here I have a code and here I want to use replace. So in replace function, we'll specify how many characters has to be replaced and from which position. Okay, but in substitute you don't specify how many characters and the position. Okay, so now in this what I want the as output is, here we have P2EA2591BJ3, right? But in this cell I want the output as P2EA3000BJ3, like that I want the output. That means I want to replace here 2591 with 3000, right? So what you have to do is give equals replace function. Now where is the text? Text is in A22 cell. Give comma. Now what I said, I want to replace this 2591. So it is asking for the starting num. So the starting num is fifth position. From there, how many characters I want to change? 4. Give comma. And the new text what I want to give is 3000. Close the parenthesis, press enter. So here it is replaced 2591 with 3000. Okay, in substitute use a function here, substitute, select text comma. Now wherever there's a value 2, I want to substitute with the value 6. So old text is 2 and new text what I am going to give is 6. So now here it will display P6 EA6591 BJ3. Okay. Do you have any doubts in this replace and substitute? Remember, in replace, we'll specify from which position and how many characters, but in substitute, we don't specify the position. Okay. And next, here we have a function that is repeat. Repeat is used to repeat the given number of times. I've already given the character here to repeat, but I have to specify how many times that character should be repeated. So there is a function called as repeat. Select a text comma. I want to repeat this character 6 times. So number of times you have to specify 6. Close the parenthesis, enter. In this cell I want to repeat this x 8 times. So what I have to do, equals repeat is a function, select a text comma. I want to repeat this 8 times, so number of times should be 8 and then press enter. In the same manner, if you want to repeat the character which is present in this cell, select the text. I want to repeat the text 4 times, give here 4. If you want to give directly text to repeat, instead of selecting the cell, what you need to do, rept, open a parenthesis. Here you have to give a text within double quotes. Here I am going to give this asterisk symbol. This text has to be repeated 10 times. So number of times I'll give here 10. I'll close the parenthesis, press enter. So repeat is a function to repeat the number of times. Okay. Next we have a function called find. So find is a function to search for a specific text. So now I'm using here find text. I want to find a text that is E. Okay, which character I have given? I have given a small letter E comma within text within A31. I close the parenthesis. Now can you tell me what is the position of letter E in A31? Any guesses? What will be the answer? See, find is a function to search for the particular character. If it is present, it will display the position. Which character I have typed? I have typed the letter E. Okay, E is there, but where is small letter E? Remember here, find is case sensitive function. Case sensitive means it will only search for the specific character. If you have that small letter E, then only it will display the position. So now, as I told, there are two E's, but this small letter E's position is 7. Now, instead of the small letter E, if I give capital letter E, now what will be the position here? So it will display which position? If I press enter, it will show here it is in 4th position. Very good. Now, if I give, let's say, capital letter E, within text is A31, then I'll give comma. Now I'm going to specify the starting num from where it has to search. So here I'll give from 5th position. Will it show the result now? Remember, find is case sensitive function. It searches for capital letter E. If it is not present, so it will display what? Undefined value. Why it is showing undefined value? Because capital letter E is not present after 5th position. If I don't specify the position, so it will show as 4th. If I specify, it will display in that manner. But here we have one more function, that is search, right? Find and search is used to search for the specific position of the given character. Find is case sensitive, but search is not case sensitive. See, instead of find, what I'm going to give is search. Now, what it will do? It will display the position. So now what will be the position of E? Any guess? See, find, it will not search because we don't have that character. But search, it is not case sensitive function. So what it does, it will search for just E. It can be either small letter or capital letter. So here output, what it shows as 7. I hope you're not confused with these two. Remember, find and search, it is used for a specific purpose only, but find searches for a specific character, a specific case character. But search, it is, it can be used for searching any character. It can be uppercase character or lowercase. Okay, any doubts in this? If you have any doubts in find or search, you can ask me. And next, here we have concatenate. So what is meant by concatenate? Concatenate is a function to combine the data which is present in different cells into a single cell. Okay, now here I have entered the, here I have typed the characters, that is M, S, E, X, C, E, L. In this cell, I want the output as MS Excel. Characters are there in different cells, but I want to combine all those in a single cell. So I'm using a function what? Concatenate. I want the output here as MS Excel. So what we have to do, we have to select the characters individually. I cannot just select like this because that is not the way we select here. What we need to do, we need to select one by one. M, comma, S, comma, E, comma, X, comma, C, comma, E, comma, L. Now close the parenthesis. Can you see here? It is combined all the characters in a single cell. But now here I have not given a space, right? But I want the space here. So what we need to do, I need to give a space between those characters. So again, I'm using here concatenate function. M, comma, S, comma, E, comma, X, comma, C, comma, E, comma, L. I'll close the parenthesis, but where I have to give the space, I want to give a space between MS and Excel. So what you need to do after this, B35, we need to give double quotes, then give space here, close double quotes, then give comma, press enter. Now can you see there we have ms space excel. If I want to give ms hyphen excel, what I have to do? Use concatenate m comma s comma open double quotes. There I give space, but I don't want to give space here. I want to give here hyphen, close double quotes, comma, e comma x comma c comma e comma l. So it is B37. See, now if you don't want to use this function for combining, we have another method also. So one more method is give here equals m ampersand symbol s. So now here I'll just want as excel, so I have given first equals. Whenever you are beginning any formulas, always it should begin with equal symbol. Don't forget that. Give equals e ampersand x ampersand c ampersand e ampersand l. So if I press enter, it will show as excel. So here I have used concatenate function. Instead of concatenate, what we have used here, ampersand symbol for combining. And this ampersand symbol, it can also be used to combine more than one function. So now whatever we did, it is, these are simple functions, right? Here I'll give an example like how we can combine. Now let me give an example of mobile number. I'll give 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So there are 10 characters. I want to display the mobile number, showing as there are 10 characters, but I don't want to show all 10 characters, but it should display there are 10 characters in this number. Now what I want output is, I want first 3 characters and other 7 characters should be hidden. Means like I want to show there are characters, but it should not display. Instead what I'll do is I'll replace those 7 characters with some symbol. Let's say I'll replace with x. uh, First I'm going to use your left function. I'm going to select this text, then I'll give here comma, number of characters how much I want, sub 3. If I press enter, it will show as 3. I hope you understood this. Here I want to combine one more function, so that I want to show these many characters are hidden. So I'm using your ampersand for combining with another function. I'm using repeat. I'm giving a text here capital letter X. So how many characters I told I want to show it is hidden? 7. Close parenthesis, press enter. And if I want to do with right side in the same manner, you have to first use a repeat function. I'll give here instead of X, I'll give asterisk symbol, then I'll give comma. Now I want to hide the first 8 characters, so this symbol I want to repeat 8 times, and I want to extract last 2 digits here. So ampersand right function, select the text, then give comma. So now I have to give how many characters here? Number of characters is 2. See, this is how we can combine the functions. I hope you understood this concept. Any doubts in this? If you have any doubts, please let me know in a chat. Any doubts, please let me know in a chat. Okay. So next, here we have a function called exact. So exact is a function to check two strings are equal or not. So here I'll be having a data in two different cells. I want to check both are same or not. If both are same, it will display as true. If not, it will display here as false. I'll give here equals exact. See, it is only showing two text. So I'll select this text 1 and this is text 2. Now it will compare both are equal or not. Can you tell me both are equal or not? Both are same. So here both are not same. See, characters are same, but they are not equal because in this we have it in proper case. Only starting letter is a capital letter and other characters are in small lower case. But here all the characters are in uppercase, so it will display here as false. So now let's check here. Give here equals exact. Select text 1, comma, text 2, close a parenthesis. Now what it will display? Will it display true or false? So before it showed false because they were not equal. So now are they equal? If they are equal, what it will display? It will display here as true. Okay. Uh Here the next function is char. So whatever characters we have in a keyboard, no, for each character, for every character, there is an ASCII code. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Now here I have given few numbers. I want to know these ASCII codes are for which characters. Okay. To know the character, give your char. Now I'll select the number. Now I'll press enter. Let's check. See, for a number 8, ASCII code is 56. Now let's check for other characters. So 65, the ASCII code that is 65 is for capital letter A, and ASCII code 85 it is for capital letter U, 103 is for G. These are ASCII codes what I have given. To know for which characters these ASCII codes are, I have used which function? Char. Now, here I have given the characters. Now I want to know the ASCII code. To know the code, we use a function here, code. Then you can select a text, close a parenthesis, press enter. Now, if I fill down, let's check what are the ASCII code for other characters which I have specified. For small letter W, it is 119. For capital letter W, it is 87. And for a number 85, the ASCII code is 56. And for other rate symbol, it is 64. Now let me change here any character. Now here I'm giving plus. Let's check what is the ASCII value of plus symbol. It is 43. Now let's check for another character. Instead of other rate symbol, I'll give here hyphen. So for hyphen, it is 45. Any doubts on this? If you have any doubts, please let me know in a chat. So today we have covered mathematical function and text functions. I hope you understood these concepts. If you have any doubts, let me know in a chat. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm ending this session. Thank you all.